Mr. Broomfield, congratulations on your new film.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it was a great film to make. One of the films I most enjoyed making.
Well, exactly. You've been involved in documentaries about everything from Sarah Palin to serial killing. How do you choose your subjects, and how did you choose this particular one?
Well, I mean, you choose them all differently, really. But I've lived in Los Angeles a long time, and it's such an amazingly divided city between the super rich who are in sort of Beverly Hills, Rodeo Drive, and the bulk of the city, a lot of whom are disenfranchised, don't vote, don't have any part to do with the rest of the city, and are almost people who are regarded like disposable people. And this case, which was that happened in the middle of Los Angeles, where somebody was killing for 25 years, probably over 100 people, and was then caught by a computer, seemed to be very much about people that the police didn't care about, that the community, that the rest of Los Angeles didn't care about. These were murders, the 100 murders or so, which weren't even reported in the LA Times and the local media. So it was sort of symptomatic of an attitude that these people didn't matter. And it just seemed like an amazing story to tell, which is why I did it.
That could be the most disturbing part of this film, the relationship that it shows between police officers and the people that they're supposed to be helping. What does it say that this continues to happen at the end of the 20th century and even into the 21st?
Well, yeah, I mean, I think, the police respond to political pressure. And I think from the police point of view, they feel that their time is wasted by dealing with, people on drugs and prostitutes and so on. And they have this term, which is NHI, no human involved, when they're dealing, in fact, with prostitutes, drug addicts, and gang members. And it's sort of, I think, according to Lonnie Franklin's son, that's the serial killer's son, he had a sort of fan club in the LAPD and the Sheriff's Department because they were actually very grateful to him for cleaning the streets. So I think it's something to do with a massive attitude, and I don't think it's just in the LAPD. I think it's pretty much across the country with regard to people living in the poorer inner city areas,
You've been greatly admired for throwing yourself into the center of a lot of your documentaries. Can you talk about what that was like in Los Angeles and what sort of help you had from Pam Brooks?
Well, I think, I'm not that actually involved physically in this film as normal, because I think that people like Pam were very articulate, very capable of talking for themselves. And I was kind of just the thing that dotted the I's and crossed the T's. But I think what was wonderful for me making this film is that the people really were given a chance to talk for themselves, maybe for the first time, and were just incredibly articulate and good at talking and making their own case. They didn't really need me.
And finally, what sort of response have you seen audiences have to this film, and what sort of response would you like them to have?
I think people are, people in Los Angeles are astonished that the people of South Central are so likable and charismatic and handsome. These are handsome, beautiful people, which seems to surprise them a lot. So I'm very pleased that the film depicts them in a way which is so positive, because I think the first thing is that to get a city which is so deeply divided to actually talk to each other.
Mr. Broomfield, thank you so much, and congratulations.